welcome to another inspiration video. This is inspiration video number 2 for the month of November. Hey, we're back at it. As at the time of this recording, because this month has been so hectic, I've pretty much saved all of my recording for the end of the month, not intentionally, but as you guys know, it's usually our busiest month at the studio, and being online was no exception. We hosted 19 write-ins for NaNoWriMo, which I'm really proud of, but also exhausted. Anyhow, I'm still here delivering your video, and for anybody who is new and watching this now, I'll usually give a quote here and say a few words about it. The point of this video really is to inspire you guys, and it's a little bit of a pep talk, and this is only for our patrons. So I was writing a blog post and came across this quote. So I'm a sucker for a good resilience quote, and that's what this is. And I thought it was actually really appropriate for NaNoWriMo time. And I'm going to look over here because it's on my computer screen, but the quote is, "The secret is not following the right path, it's following the right path to the end. Don't quit, my friend, until you've arrived." Tony Sorensen. So that quote, it just it just warms my insides, because first of all, the friend part, right? It just kind of makes you feel like, oh, he's talking to me, or the writer is talking to me. And I love that it talks about following a path to the end, not following anybody else's path. And these are things I talk to you guys about regularly, and I talk about at the studio regularly, but I always find that we need the reminder, and sometimes it's hard to look around and see what other people are doing online, whether it be in writing or whether it be in any other aspect of life, right? It's hard to remember that that is their path, right? You do not have to take their path. You have your own path. And, also just because somebody else is doing something doesn't mean you have to do it, right? And just because a writer chooses to acquire an agent doesn't mean you have to do so. If they choose to independently publish, doesn't mean you have to. You don't have to write what they write even. Everything really comes back to the individual and how they view success and what they think is necessary for their writing career. You don't have to be like anybody else. The only thing that matters is that you keep going, right? Producing work, but also producing things that make you happy and writing things that make you happy. Whatever path that you're on and whatever path you even select for your writing should be reflective of what makes you happy, what makes you comfortable. And then don't quit, right? The second part of that is about don't quit, about not quitting, right? Following your path until the end. And again, not looking at what anybody else is doing, not, not thinking that you have to do something a certain way, right? This is about finishing, getting to the end, being resilient, and following your own path. All right. That's pretty much all I have for you guys on this one. Don't stop writing. Don't stop trying, right? You can get there if you continue to do the work and if you stay diligent and persistent, right? All right. Thanks so much for being here. You guys know I like to close with giving you a huge shout out and thank you. Like I said before, tough year for us, but we've been able to make it through thanks to the generous support from our patrons. So no matter what, I hope you know how much of an impact you're making for us. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the next inspiration. Thanks again for being here. Bye.